tell me I'm wrong. Oh, look around and tell me I'm wrong. Get gone.
Just had a horribly stressful journey through Perugia. I wanted to visit Perugia because it seemed like a good idea, but it's not built for vehicles like Gus the Bus, that's for sure. And we got sent by the sat nav, and this is a constant problem. We got sent by the sat nav up what we thought was an okay road, which got progressively narrower and narrower, and we got stuck in a residential area, and the turns were so tight I had to get out of the bus. Literally, Geoff was edging round the corner. We didn't honestly know. We had a feeling we might get stuck. We did it inch by inch. We turned the bus round the corner and then got down, and then there was a car parked
on a bend.
We're jettisoning Perugia.
And it's raining.
It's raining. The weather is not great either. Poor Geoff. He was really not in a good way. We're going to get out of here and we're going to try and head to Assisi. We think there's a decent place to park there. This is where the fact that we've got such a big vehicle really works against us. Anyway, on to Assisi. Let's see what we can see in Assisi.
One of those. Ready?
Yep.
Hey, segnali. Put the twist in at the bottom to stop the drops. That's a good one.
Grazie mille.
Cheers, darling.
So this is English soup.
Zuppa inglese.
Zuppa inglese. So this is our pudding. It's very nice. But soup like it is not. But do we care, Geoffrey?
We don't care. As long as it's delicious, we can call it what they like.
We don't care. It'll be nice. We have 2 spoons, we're fine. Hello. Oh, we've got some sunshine, and I wanted to show you this because we're on this very, very nice campsite, as you can see, and we've been here for a few days. But I want to show you this right next to where we're parked. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That's a Tuscan view, that is. if you can hear that. But I think somebody has a kennels down there. Because there is a whole cornucopia of howling and barking dogs that just all of a sudden set off. Anyway, we're not going to let that worry us, because this is beautiful. So I'm still working this afternoon. Tomorrow I'm going to go into Assisi. Tomorrow is supposed to be a beautiful day. So we're going to go into Assisi and explore. So this has been a lovely break from the road. We'll see you later.
Cheers. I'm toasting my success.
That's true.
Fix the solar, fix the telly.
You've had a good day.
I've had a good day, and I've walked up 150 steps, very steep as well, so I've earned my beer.
We've been without solar for what, 10 days now?
Yeah.
Must be 10 days. And the story has been convoluted, as all our stories are. We got our friend Barbara to send a new control unit to the place in Tuscany, and then Geoff fitted it and it didn't work. And then the telly broke in the bedroom. We do have a backup telly. So yeah, the telly broke in the bedroom, the lights wouldn't work, the pumps wouldn't work. We've been going on candlelight.
No running water.
Yeah, so we've got no running water. We've had no lights of an evening. So Geoff has just been soldiering on, and he said this morning, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to make sure I've wrung it. I've wrung everything out of it. And you did. And so today the lights came on.
The lights came on.
The water ran.
Yeah.
And the TV played.
Yeah.
So what was it, Geoff? What did you do?
Yeah, well, with a mixture of a bit of logic and a bit of luck and a bit of just pure bloody mindedness, I managed to get the whole thing working. I can't exactly tell you how I did it, just basically by taking everything apart and putting it all back together again. It worked. So now I'm sitting here with my beer, reading my book, and I've done my bit for the day.
Very
Janis
nice.
is going to cook me a delicious 3-course gourmet meal.
Like I do every night.
Yeah?
And last night we were very adventurous. We used black pasta,
Black pasta.
which was, I think, beetroot stained. We're getting seriously into the pasta culinary expertise, aren't we? We haven't.
Yeah.
We're British, and we haven't had potatoes in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? So we'll leave you to it, and we'll show you the lights tonight, because it's very exciting. I know you can't wait.
Oh, Blackpool illuminations.
So as we're in Assisi, I thought I'd tell you the story of St. Francis. St. Francis is the patron saint of animals, ecologists, families, lace makers, merchants, needleworkers, peace, and zoos. For Francis was born in 1108. He was born in Assisi, and he was born into quite a wealthy family. His father was a seller of fine silk, and as a teenager, Francis was known to be very lively. He liked parties and singing and was, in inverted commas, quite worldly. So his father wanted Francis to join the family business, but Francis wanted to be a knight and had dreams of doing great things. So, with his family's support, went to battle against the neighbouring town of Perugia. Unfortunately, it didn't end well because he was captured, and then he sat in prison in terrible circumstances for a year, waiting for his father to pay the ransom. After his release, he spent months with a serious illness. Then, in 1205, he set off for another battle with the army of the Count of Brienne. On the way to that battle, he heard the voice of God asking him basically who his master was. He decided to go back to Assisi and find out about the will of God. This didn't go down well with his family. He and his father were officially divorced in 1206 when Francis was 25 and went on to live his new life of poverty, prayer and the service of God. The townspeople thought Francis was crazy, but then he began to attract some followers. In 1209, Francis had 12 followers, but 10 years later, he had 5,000 followers, and they took up residence all across Europe. Francis was apparently the instrument of countless miracles. In 1224, on a 40-day retreat, Francis was gifted with stigmata, but the next 2 years were also marked with much suffering and the loss of his sight, and he died in October 1226. So I think we can make St. Francis of Assisi a perfect tarot in the wild, the Hermit card. And the Hermit invites you to go into retreat in your private world, and he comes often at a pivotal point in your life when you're considering a new direction through meditation and contemplation. He is very much about withdrawing your attention from the outside world and looking inward for the answers you seek. So I think that's pretty perfect. I think St. Francis is a perfect tarot in the world. I hope he doesn't mind. It is said with honour, and I hope you've enjoyed our little trip around the wonderful Assisi. We finally made it to the ocean, and we've come to, do you know what, I can't even remember where we've come to. I'm so sorry. I can't remember the name of anywhere, and I have to teach in just over an hour. None of the restaurants here start serving before 7:30, so we have come and we've gone full on street food. So it's nothing special, but it's organic and it's pizza, and they're little tiny pizzas, and they are delicious. They are gorgeous. Tell me why we can't have pizzas like that in the UK. We have Italians in the UK. Why can we not have delicious pizzas like this in the UK? They're different. I don't know why they're different, but they are different. They're crispy but not hard.
And we actually went to a different restaurant to get a crepe with Janis's pudding.
We did. Geoff said to the guys at this, well, it's basically a takeaway. It's nothing special, but it's amazing, just saying. And we had wine, and he said, if I go buy my wife a crepe over there, can we come and bring it back here and eat it at the table? She said, yeah, of course. This is my crepe.
With Nutella.
No, they only had Nutella. Anyway, so I have to teach in about 45 minutes. So forgive me while I eat my Nutella crepe and drink my wine, and I'm happy. And I may come and live in Italy. I'm just saying that's no idle threat. It's awesome here. I love it. So yes, takeaway pizza here is not the same as takeaway pizza in the UK. Trust me, we're not on the same planet. It is amazing. had an epic ride over the mountains with just literal, look at that, rustling up some dinner. I'm getting heavily into this Italian cooking. Look.
Fabiani.
There you go, you see?
No regret.
Sous Chef Geoff. And then we've got a special treat this evening, but you'll have to wait and see what happens next, because this next bit is going to be amazing. Good morning. Well, that was amazing last night. What a cool thing. We kind of wandered lost on these mountain roads and just had no idea really where we were going. We thought, well, we're going to have to do another car park. So we got into the village that we're in. As we drove in, we noticed, oh my God, there's a circus. Geoff said it's very busy, isn't it? I can't understand why it's so busy. Thursday night in this place in the middle of nowhere. Turns out there was a circus. Why wouldn't you? And we did. And it was, gosh, one of those. I mean, I was a little conflicted, okay, because I got to be honest with you, I'm not keen on well, I'm not keen. I don't like big cats, and especially big cats being in circuses, because while I'm sure they're well enough treated, I mean, the guy was actually it was quite interesting watching him, because he was, how can I put it, he was encouraging them to sort of open their mouths and snarl, and then when they did, he popped something in their mouth that was obviously delicious, because it went so obviously people like big cats showing their teeth, so they were trained to go "Arr," and then he would give them a treat, and he was stroking them sort of every so often. He would pat one, give it a stroke. So obviously they must have been reared by him. But you know, life on the road, I mean, I know, even having Flynn in the bus, there are hours of travelling and he does get really bored. And you know, if we do too many days on the road, as we've done, if we can't find an area, you know, like this, so that he can have a run and be a dog and do what dogs do, he gets pretty fed up. So I can only imagine what lions and the tiger feel like. And I was having a sort of chat about this with Geoff, and as he said, well, you know, they looked, especially the lions, looked quite aged, like they'd been around quite a long time. So we're guessing they must be used to it, and I'm not condoning it at all, but it did make for a lovely night out and we did enjoy it. And I'm sure it won't be long, because obviously in Britain it's banned. I'm sure it won't be long before it's, you know, not a thing anymore. So big cats notwithstanding, it was actually pretty awesome. It made what was a sort of slightly confusing, rather like, oh God, you know, we're stuck in a car park in the middle of nowhere again. Made for a, like, woo, something fun happened. And what else was nice was that we were standing in the queue. As I said, I think we were the only unaccompanied adults. This young lad asked us in Italian for the time, so we managed to tell him. And then his mother turned round and sort of said something in Italian and gave us those discount tickets. When I was up at the Green in Twickenham, they would always give discount tickets throughout the whole town so that nobody would pay for the most expensive seats. She just turned around and said, oh, and said something in Italian which we didn't understand, and gave us these 2 tickets. So we got in. I think we paid 15 quid for the 2 of us to get in. We were very happy with that, and we sat right at the front as well. So that was very awesome. So we loved it. Today we're not sure what we're doing, because we wanted to go to a site next. We've been traveling a lot for the past 5 days, and we're trying to make it down to Pompeii and sort of the Amalfi area. So we're traveling across country now. All of the campsites are booked up because we're heading into the weekend. So we're going to have to find a nice place to stay, but there's nothing specific. Geoff gets a bit agitated when we don't have some sort of destination to head to. So that's what he's doing. He's doing some research. I would be quite happy to just moodle through the mountains, find a nice place to stop, as long as it has Wi-Fi. Just camp out for a couple of days, but let's see. It might be somewhere in between, or neither. Luck really did smile on us, because not only did we get the circus, but also right next to where we're parked, we have this. Have a little pine foresty thing. How about that? Everything is always working out for us. You see, this is my mantra. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always perfect. So that was lovely. All is well, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.
Out there chasing rainbows, jumping over hedges.
changes, flying like a sparrow through the rain. I've been taking chances, losing my umbrella. I could grant your wishes 1 to 10. Just say when. Just say when. Just say